Why, hello there. So I am assuming that you are here watching this video today because you are a songwriter of some sort and you have experienced some kind of struggle or you've hit a wall with writing melodies or riffs or anything like that. I would like to offer some tips to help hopefully alleviate that. So real quick before we get into it, my name is Aaron Cloutier. I am a musician and a music educator. I have worked in music schools and taught private in-home lessons and private online lessons for over 10 years now. I recently sat down with a student in a remote lesson where she was experiencing the issue of being able to write melodies and lyrics, but we decided to focus on melodies today. I wound up filming the lesson and wanted to share a little excerpt from it in hopes that it helps you out in some way. Some takeaways from the video that I personally found were just setting limitations to inspire creative ideas, and a more practical application maybe even would be to explore all 12 notes in music by using a droning root note as a reference. That way you can compare the sound of each note that you play in reference to the root note to hear what sounds good to you versus what doesn't. So here it is.
I have like two topics I was thinking of doing, but like that's kind of really it. That's all I have. I'm really like having trouble like thinking of like a melody to go with my song and then like lyrics for the song too.
Okay, so it's important to decide on like which action you're going to take first, right? Like if I am caught up between like, do I write the lyrics or the melody first? It's too much to do at once. So like making a decision, like either I'm going to write the lyrics first or I'm going to write the melody first. For me, it's kind of like, it's either or. It'll pop into my head and then I'll just act on it. You know what I mean? It's more of like an instinctual thing. So which one feels the most natural to you? Would it be lyrics or would it be melody?
Um, Probably melody.
Okay. So do you have any melodies like written down or recorded into your phone or anything like that?
I don't, unfortunately.
Okay. That's okay. Let's just kind of like let's start backwards. If you keep the root note in mind, right? That's home base. So you can always explore as long as you return home. I love actually just droning on the D string and just exploring frets just to hear how those notes react to the root note, where I'm just kind of like, you know what I mean? Like just kind of just
Yeah.
listening and seeing what's like, oh, so it's like, and I always have that root note in the background as a reference to my ear. If I hit something else that I'm like, maybe I don't like that unless I go to a note that's in key again. Like right now, I'm keeping it in like maybe D minor pentatonic, wherever. And then I throw in a blues note. But the main thing is I'm using this root note, this D, as like an anchor of sorts. It's kind of like just keeping me from going outside the lines. And again, it's a limitation. It's a boundary. I have to go back to that root note. And that in and of itself is very freeing for me because it's like, oh, I always have that reference and I can just explore and use my curiosity to figure out what sounds good to my ear.
Okay.
Oh, I'm joking. I forgot how much I talk. I'm sorry. Does that all make sense though?
Yeah, it does. Yeah.
So you can try that on the piano where your left hand is just droning on that root note, bing, bing, and then your right hand is just playing contrasting notes and you hear how they sound, right? But again, you can go back to just like setting limitations where it's just like, okay, let's create a melody that fits these 3 words that I've written down, right? Or maybe these 3 words with like these 6 syllables. Whatever it is, keep it really, really simple and then allow it to kind of grow from there. So there it is. Thanks for watching. I hope this video was helpful. And if you're looking at all to expand your musical repertoire with like helping with writing melodies, I would recommend, if you already know your pentatonic scales and your basic major scale, maybe the next step would be to learn the modes of the major scale. So if you kind of have an idea of that and you're a little confused about what the modes are and how they work, I put together a little bonus guide to help understand all the modes of the major scale, as well as tablature for my 3 favorite modes that I like to use all the time. And you can find that in the link in the description below. It is free. It's just my way of saying thanks for stopping by and checking out the channel. It means a lot. Obviously, this is a brand new channel and I just appreciate you taking the time. So if you're interested, feel free to click on the link, grab the free stuff, and let me know if it works for you. So like I said before, I found that there was a few takeaways from this video, but I'm just curious to see what your takeaways are. Let me know. Drop me a comment. Thanks.